You can't pass for getting us on the air a while ago. I want to tell Joe, we had the boss in here.
Oh, I know. That's what I heard.
Yeah. Cena McDonald came in and made sure, because I've never set the computer up. She'd come in here and boom, she was done. She was just boom, boom, done. I'm not sure which one you're on there, Joe, but I'll turn them all up until we find you.
I was going to say, you could have mine.
Check, check.
That's it.
There we go. Hey, I can hear myself now.
There you go.
Yeah, so I kind of had to call in a favor from our county clerk's office and kindly ask the county clerk, hey, could you, do me a huge favor?
I was glad she was in the office. Well, Drew and I go out and do these festivals and stuff.
Right.
And when we go out and do these,
all right, there we go. All right, and we're back. We'll see if that levels us off any.
But yeah,
I'll sit and babysit it here.
We did that last remote over at the Molasses Festival, and Drew was kind of telling me a little bit about that OBS system.
Yes, yeah, the new software, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
It makes us look like we know what we're doing.
But folks, once again, swing on down to the Black Walnut Festival. The food courts will be open until 8 o'clock. Carnival will kick off about 6 o'clock, and they'll go to about 10. And then we'll jump right back in here tomorrow morning and try to do it all over again. Hopefully, our fearless leader and commander will be back with us by that point.
Yeah, I haven't, well, he did text me earlier with the, there, get my levels finally leveled off here. And he did text me earlier about, well, I'm trying to get all this set up. I was like, hold on, I'll just talk to George and get it.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have done so much on the phone back and forth.
Right.
Yeah.
Follow directions well.
I either follow them well or I don't do them at all. But Leah, we'll kick it back to you, and we'll stay Facebook Live here for a few minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, I've never set the computer up portion of it up, so
right.
I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah.
What to do, and Drew was trying to tell me, and I said, it's not connected.
Right. Well, yeah, because that was my biggest problem was.
I want these guys, you guys to get here.
All while.
Yeah. But yeah, when you text me having trouble, I was like, hold on, let me take a look here. And then when it said the computer was offline, I was like, George, I think you got bigger problems than just software, buddy.
You gotta be on. I gotta be on so you can get up there.
Yeah. I think I found the problem.
Well, I mean, I don't know why it hooked up, and then I think I know what I did wrong. When that screen comes up over there,
Yeah.
I closed off of the screen.
Oh, yeah.
But I just clicked over in the main screen, and I thought that it would hold it, but it
But it
evidently
didn't.
Yeah, it evidently just turned it off. So, yeah, I'm learning.
I didn't take your spot, did I? Okay.
First, ain't my first rodeo, but yes, it is. In that respect.
Yes. So kind of lucked out. I told Drew I'd be here by 2 o'clock and quarter after now, so it's not bad. So it's not bad for last minute. So folks, if you're just now joining us, what year is this, George? The 69th?
69th?
Yeah, the 69th annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. So far, the only thing I have partaken in is the traffic.
Get used to it. It's going to be here for the rest of the week.
Yeah, and I always feel my blood pressure going up, so I'm good on that.
Exactly.
So folks, if you are not doing anything this evening, if you're not coming downtown to partake in any of the festivities, stop out at the high school. They're having the Future Raider Bowl, I guess is what it's being called. It's Spencer Middle School and Walt Middle School. They're going to have their crosstown rival.
Yeah.
And we'll be broadcasting live again here on WVRC's Facebook and YouTube channels. I don't know, are we going to broadcast on the radio, or is Metro News Sports going to?
You're going to have Metro News Sports will probably preempt that.
Okay. Come on out to the high school this evening and watch the Future Raider Bowl between Spencer Middle School and Walton Middle School. And if you, for some reason, you aren't well, I can really talk. Man, you guys have been a long day, hadn't got started.
You sound like me. I've been that way all day.
And I ain't even got my little energy drink to give me a little boost, and apparently it hadn't kicked in yet.
I stole Elizabeth's green tea here. I've been sipping on it. It's pretty good, too.
But so watch the Future Raider Bowl tonight on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll be covering that. Unfortunately, Drew won't be there, but
have they flipped a coin to see who's going to do the play-by-play? Is it going to be John or is it going to be Matt?
I don't know. I think they're going to have like a scuffle in the parking lot like 10 minutes beforehand. But I told Drew a long time ago, I was like, you don't want me on the microphone. You know, it's one thing for me to just sit here and just blow, but, you know, I'm liable to, you know, in a sports situation, that's a whole other ordeal. Like, there's got to be a level of professionalism, and I might have an issue with, like, running my mouth like if there's a bad call.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. I can see you now going,
Yeah. Yeah, and then Drew gets invited never to do another sports broadcast. So we don't need that.
Exactly.
So
He called me this morning. He was really just upset, and he said, I don't know what we're going to do. I said, next man up, bub.
yeah,
I said, here we go. Let's do this.
yeah. He texted me 1:30 this morning. He's like, if you're up, call me. Like he knows I'm sleeping. Yeah.
Right?
So it took me about a whole 5 seconds to call him. I was like, what's up? And so he, you know, I don't know what's public knowledge, what's not. So we just had discussions like, buddy, just take care of business, and we'll pick up the wagon and keep on trucking.
Yeah, I kind of let everybody know that he is a little under the weather, and he's up at the hospital right now. But
yeah, he said he just posted here, I'm screaming, what's up from the old RGHER. Well, Drew, buddy, get to feeling better. We got you covered, sir.
that's what I told him. I said, next man up. So, you know, it was great having, you missed it. Jason from 304 Getting Piggy With It was here earlier.
Ooh, and I missed that.
You missed it. He brought a sample of his wings.
Just rub it in, George. Just putting salt in an open wound.
I'm trying to.
Kick him in while he's down.
I'm trying to, and he brought 2 different sauces. One of them is kind of a sweet side with a little bit of a bite, and then the other one is sweet, but it's got
a kick. Yeah.
it's got a big bite.
See, that's what I love about the Black Walnut Festivals, because you get food that you just don't normally get, and between Gills and Getting Piggy With It 304, you can't lose.
Yeah, and you know, with Jason, I was talking to him and found out that back in May, have you ever had his ribs?
No, wait.
I didn't know if you had.
Yeah, yes, yeah. When he was open over at Allsburg, yes, I got the ribs. Yeah, phenomenal.
They are, but back in May, he had a competition that he was at, and he won it.
No surprise.
That's exactly what I told him. I said, Jason, that don't surprise me the least little bit, because, you know, everything that I've ever had of his, is top shelf.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't go wrong, and that's the thing. When you come down here, if you go home hungry, it's your own fault. Because between the local restaurants that are within walking distance and the food vendors here, there is literally no reason why you can't.
He's right beside the lemonade stand. he said he told the lady that owned it, he said, we're going to become real good friends before this week.
Yeah. It'll be on a first name basis by the time it's all said and done.
Because he loves lemonade. And I do too. That's one of my weaknesses too. If it's good lemonade, I'll drink it.
Oh, you by the gallon? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll drink it till it comes out of my ears.
Like out of Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I was down at Cracker Barrel here a while back, and before we got out of there, I drank 4 glasses. That's like going to Olive Garden, you know.
Oh yeah,
The endless bread.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I tell you, if I want to go upscale, I'll get the strawberry lemon. I'll go fancy, get the strawberry lemonade. Ooh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now that's the stuff right there.
Yeah, buddy. But their lemonade is real good down there. And according to what Jason said, the lemonade over here is top shelf.
Oh, I guarantee it. That
So,
you know, if you if you hit a food vendor and you have a bad experience, you're not at any of the food vendors at the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. I guarantee that
guarantee it.
because you can't get a bad meal here, guaranteed.
You know, that's the one thing that I can say that has been consistent throughout the years
Yes.
is the quality of the food vendors.
Yes, and in case anyone is wondering, some of the old favorites are there in the exact same spots they've been in for forever.
Yeah.
The funnel cake's right across the street, or right along the main drag.
Right on the front.
Yeah, that's always the kind of the centerpiece of it all. I've been through many Walnut weekends and seen traffic literally backed up because people are sitting in their cars. I don't know why you just don't pull it right up against the red light and just make it a drive-through. It would make it a whole lot easier on everybody.
Exactly, right? Cars would be backed up to Arnoldsburg and to Ripley.
Well, they're backed up that cake while you're at it. Make it worth your while.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I seen DeRusso's, and if I butchered the name, I apologize, but the Italian sausages are here.
Oh, yeah. And have you ever had his pizza?
The pizza shop right beside it?
No, he's got pizza.
He's got
too.
pizza? No, I haven't.
Well, it's his too.
Okay.
Both of those. Are
Oh,
his.
the big square pizza. Oh yes, that yeah. I've made many a slice out of there over the years.
Yeah. That's theirs too.
Well, that makes sense.
But I mean, the quality coming out of either one of those
Yeah.
is guaranteed top notch.
Yeah, like I wait all year for that because you can get nothing against store bought sausage and stuff like that. It's good. Don't get me wrong. That'll work in a pinch, but when you got DeRosso's,
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
They're from up in Ohio, and up in northeast Ohio where my son lives, you can go to any grocery store and pick up their sausage.
Are you serious?
Yes.
And you're just now telling me this? George, I thought we was better friends than that.
You just brought it up. You know how my memory is. It's
Well, it's about like mine. Yeah, it's good for about 30 seconds, and no one expect anything after that.
ADHD kicks in, and we're just screwed.
Hey, Team Squirrel, buddy, right there.
Exactly. But yeah, it should be fun out there for the game tonight. You got great weather.
Yeah, the weather's gonna be great. So there's Tad from Best Title.
Yeah.
Now he's kind of a troublemaker, from what I hear.
Put him on the spot.
Yeah. I've got ears in town to say he's troublemaker, but he's a good guy. But yeah, it's gonna be perfect weather for the ball game tonight. It's gonna be great.
And tomorrow supposed to be 77 degrees.
I know.
And then Friday supposed to be 79.
Yeah, and then Saturday they're talking about maybe some rain, but
Occasional.
yeah.
It's an occasional shower.
But I've only seen it rain once that I can remember right off that it rained the entire parade.
I texted Mother Nature there earlier
Yeah.
and asked her if she could hold that back until Sunday night.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And then, she can just have at it.
Yeah, she can do whatever she wants after that.
Exactly.
Yeah, 'cause the only time I remember it actually raining during the parade was when I was a kid. I don't remember the exact year. It was the year my sister was in the parade, and it was just, it poured buckets. And my dad was on the back of the truck with the camcorder. That was when the camcorder had the big VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had on the Todd, And like he had an umbrella trying to keep rain off of it, and the rain was coming down so hard that they really if you had a float, like you just had to hold on because like they were just flying. So like you better kind of close to my sister going by.
Mach 1.
Yeah. Hey, here, oh, there she goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that one.
Yeah. You see that little blue bird right there? Yeah, that was her. Hey, Drew, see if, do you want us to see if we can sneak some through the ER door for you? I might be able to make a couple phone calls and see if we can make it happen. Drew said he's salivating at the thought of getting to Russo's.
Oh, okay. Either that or gills, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sitting right here looking at gills. I mean, we got gills up on the camera.
Yeah, that on the camera.
So
Now, what's that new booth behind it here?
that is the fat llama.
The Fat Llama. What does the Fat Llama partake in?
A little bit of everything.
Ooh.
Yeah. Some of that, some of this, and some of the other.
Ooh, nice.
I haven't been down through the food court yet because I've been afraid to. You know, fat man does like to eat.
Hey, I'm right there with you, buddy. I get hungry every once in a while.
Yeah. But, yeah, we could try to slip it in the back door up there and you know, I'm sure we can find a backpack or something to stick it down there.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I can...
I can empty out my purse over here with shove it in it.
I was gonna say, yeah, because I might know just a couple people up there. I could like distract them and
Yeah.
see what like happen.
Yeah.
You know, I could call Mike, but I guarantee you, Mike would like
He'd want to eat it.
exactly like. I don't know what he's talking about. Them boys never dropped anything off up here.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so Drew said they may frown upon it. Hey, there's only one way to find out on that. The worst thing they can do is say, "Joe, get out of here."
Exactly.
Yeah.
I went up to get the equipment earlier, and I was sitting there and I said, Drew, I said, your truck's locked. And he said, oh, it's okay. It's truck.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
It's awesome.
Yeah, see, his car has it, and that thing is the berries. Like, but for some reason, she won't put it on my phone, which is fine by me. That's just less I got to worry about. But I was like, well, let me see that. I was sitting there playing with it. I was like, here's what all you can do. She's like, don't touch it. You lock me out of my car. And I'm like, hi, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
How do? Good, how are you? See, I'm just popular,
Yeah, buddy.
even in my own mind. I'm trying to make us go big time here. I'm trying to get us to go live on TikTok as well.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
We on YouTube, too?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This new
That's
software.
what I was
Yeah.
wondering if it
Yeah.
did both.
Yeah. The new Restream software that we use gives us full ability to simulcast on Facebook and YouTube.
That's great.
And I may be and Drew's not even aware of this, but
no.
well, he's aware of part of it. So Drew and I are working on a super secret project that you know a little bit about, but we can't talk about on air. What you saw on his desk the other day?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm using A&M Digital Technologies as the guinea pig, and if I can make this work, I'm going to flip it on WRC, so then we can simulcast all three platforms simultaneously, which would make my life all. Hey, George, you're already trained. Once I get it done, if I can get it to work exactly the way I want it to,
Yeah.
you're not going to change anything. It's not going to change. I just got to make a few minor changes on the back end,
Yeah.
but you won't change anything on this end.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
So it'll just be the
what you're doing now.
standard hookup.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that I've done it for the first time.
Yeah. Then you'll be able to broadcast on 3 platforms, not just 2.
But I almost had it right. Cena come in here and kept me straight on it and got me 100% on it. But I was almost there.
Yeah, I sent her. Well, it just so happened that she texted me about something, and I'd respond, and she's like, "Hey, if you need anything, let me know." And I said, well, as a matter of fact, yes.
Run out back.
Yeah, I said, if you're not busy, of course, with that office, it's trying to catch a non-busy moment here lately has been like.
Yeah, it's like feast or famine.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's feast.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was like, if you got a minute, run out there and help George see what's going on, because something sideways.
Well, that was probably operator error. But, you know, like I said, I'm so used to setting most of it up, but when it comes to the computer, Drew's always done it.
Right.
Folks, come on out to the 69th annual. 69 years. Can you believe that?
No. Now, I was talking to prosecuting attorney Josh Downey the other night, and he said he made a slip up last year
Yeah.
because he didn't realize we was on the air when the parade was going through.
Yeah.
And he jokingly made the comment for the 70th that they was going to bring a cannon into town and shoot the mayor across down Main Street. He said, I kind of forgot it. He said, I didn't know it was live. So for the 70th, if anybody'd like to see that,
We're taking bids.
yeah. But don't tell them that anybody from WVRC sent you.
Exactly.
But the mayor, he that's the thing. That's a hard job. Trying to manage all this. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's the thing.
But, my hat's off to Terry on that because he is all over this, man. I mean,
yeah, he and it takes a team effort.
yeah.
And
He's got a great team in place that allows him to kind of sit back and oversee it.
yeah,
But, I mean, he knows what's going on
Yeah.
at any drop of a hat.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows exactly what's happening at this spot, at that spot,
and that's the thing. This pretty much set your watch to what exactly where everything's going to be. For the most part, there's a few minor changes that just
Right.
comes with the territory, but everybody knows where everything's going at, everything's going on, and and you can set your watch by what you want to do. And listen, folks, this does not happen overnight.
No.
I guarantee you, Monday.
They're already working on next year.
Yeah. Sunday night, probably 1 o'clock Monday morning, when the streets are all swept up and everything's cleaned up and put away, they'll be resting till about 8:30, and then they're right back figuring out what to do for next year.
That's it.
And hats off to the city crew, because they was here yesterday. They had this street that we're on right now,
Yeah.
Church Street. They had it shut down, getting everything prepped, and then half was over here, then the other half was over on the other side, getting Market Street shut down. Because I was parked over there yesterday, and they was putting cones up. Out of here, we're putting a cone over your spot. I said, okay, give me give me a few minutes.
The one thing that I say hats off to the city crew is come Monday morning, you don't know that anything ever took place here.
Oh yeah. I've come through at 8 o'clock on Sunday evenings.
Yeah.
And you can't even tell that anything had ever
Right.
happened.
But I mean, definitely by Monday morning, you can't tell that there was any kind of a festival here.
Yeah.
And, Lord knows that Spencer is always the largest city in the state of West Virginia on Saturday
Yeah.
of the Black Walnut.
Yeah. To cram that many people inside the Spencer.
300,000+.
Yeah. And
it's hard to believe, but unless you've went through 13 of them like I have back to back,
yeah.
It's like, where did they come from? How did they get here?
Yes. Yeah, and it's funny. They'll just come. I think they all just went to a big bus somewhere that I don't know where they parking at, because you never see it. Because they'll all come in,
Yeah,
and then they'll all leave, and you won't see them again till next year.
exactly.
I think they just rent a big bus, and then they rent a big Greyhound or something, and just come in that way.
They must have a fleet.
Yeah. Well, it's not very comfortable seating. Let's just put it that way.
Exactly.
They're sitting 2-3 deep in there.
Drive around town, park, and then come back.
I think so.
5:32.
Well, it makes sense because everybody's in town, so you literally drive past the bus that hauls them in. You wouldn't know any different because you're paying attention to everything else that's going on.
That's it. But today is kind of a give me just to make sure that the equipment's all working right and
Yeah, this is a prep and warm up.
exactly. But tomorrow is when everything kicks off. We've got a full schedule. I've got the schedule sitting there in front.
Yeah, so you want me to run this through real quick, sir?
You can run through that.
All righty, so
And I've got a couple over here I'll talk about.
all right, perfect. So you have about a little less than 30 minutes left to drop off your agriculture, 4-H, and FFA exhibits for judging at Spencer Middle School. And then starting at 6 o'clock this evening until 10 o'clock, over at the parking plaza, we have the carnival. So that's what's going on in the scene. Of course, the food booths are open and ready to serve you a big plate of happiness is what I'll call it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now for you healthy connoisseurs, instead of getting a big plate of happiness, you can get a little slice of heaven. How's that?
There we go. There we go. And there is something for everyone as far as the food vendors go.
Yes.
I mean, if you can't find it, there's a problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, if you can't find it over in the food court and can't figure out how to make it across the street and go over to Backwoods and
Yes.
and partake in some of their
Fine cuisine. Yes.
their deliciousness.
Yes. Yes.
I had a taco salad from over there here a while back. That thing is to die for.
Have you had their pizza yet?
Not yet.
Oh man, George, you are doing yourself a disservice, sir.
I've wanted to, and of course, I'm on the hill,
Right.
so yeah, Friday evenings I'm usually on the hill, so there's
Right.
no way that I can get it.
What? Now you can order online and order ahead of time.
Yeah, but I'm still on the hill.
Is that me? Okay, hold on. I gotta take this.
Okay, but while Joe's taking this phone call, we'll tell you that the Black Walnut Festival Gospel Sing has been moved to Friday night, and that is at 7 p.m. at Faith Baptist Church, 686 Arnoldsburg Road as you go out of town here. And this year they've got Mike Upright and David and Sheila Bowen. Then on Sunday afternoon,
Hey, what's up?
they have the gospel sing in front of the courthouse on the courthouse lawn. And that's from 1 until 5. So swing on by and catch some great gospel music because David puts that together, and he always has a great lineup for the Sunday sing down here. But of course, if you've never heard Mike Upright, you don't know what you're missing because Mike is a phenomenal singer, and I'm glad to see that he got Mike this year to come up. Then the Black Walnut Festival, the 69th annual Black Walnut Festival.
All right, good deal. Thank you, sir.
Boys in the Band. It is a Alabama tribute band, and that will be at 7 p.m. on Thursday, October the 12th. Coronation, that's at 6. And then on Saturday, it's Jack and Dave's band, and they are the grandsons of country legends, the Statler Brothers.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Yeah, I just caught you. You had me at Alabama, sir.
And then I had to mention the Statler Brothers.
Yeah. So here's some good. Let me double down with some awesome. How's that?
That sounds great to me.
Yeah, so an Alabama tribute band, Boys in the Band.
Yep.
Now, I can't say that I've heard this band play, but if
I've
they're
heard of them.
yeah,
I've not heard them live,
okay.
but I have heard of them, and I've everything I've heard is awesome.
Well, I go say you've got to set your bar pretty high if you're going to be an Alabama tribute band.
Well, yeah. Exactly.
So there's not a small feat right there, and then Jack and Dave's raid there on Saturday night, the grandsons of country legends, the Statler Brothers. Now that's just that's right up there with Alabama. You're setting the ball pretty high here.
Exactly. And then when you've got they've done such a great job bringing music in for the festival.
Oh yes.
I mean, you had the Alabama tribute. I mean, the Fleetwood Mac tribute band.
Yeah.
And you've had several different groups that have been in here that is just phenomenal.
Well, now not to name drop anybody, but was it Black Walnut Festival or the 4th of July when Lainey Wilson came through?
Laney was here for the 4th of July
Okay.
celebration.
So-
And, that was when WVRC had just first started doing our up and coming artist platform,
Yeah.
which, I was so excited about getting that rolling.
Right.
And Laney was one of our first that we had on.
Yeah.
Was her, Sam Grow, and who was the other one? There was 3 of them that we started out with, but her and Sam and one other, and I can't remember who the other one was.
Yeah.
The first 3, but it was just phenomenal.
Yeah, and I think Lainey's done kind of well for herself. Just a little.
But that's one of our claim to fame.
Yes, yeah.
We worked with her before she made it.
Yeah, I wanted to hang your hat on.
Exactly.
And of course, Sam's a busy man himself.
Oh yes.
And then another member of the WVRC family, Miss Rachel Lipsky, just dropped a new single.
Yes, and I talked to her here recently as well, and she's so busy. She was up in Alaska last week.
Well, does she not know it's cold up there?
She was having fun.
Okay. Well, as long as she's having fun, that's all that matters.
She has all kinds of pictures. If you've been on her page and stuff, she's put a bunch of pictures up.
I haven't been on social media much this week. It's just the last 2 weeks it's been organized chaos for me at best. So I haven't got. People said
Sadie's been working you hard.
yes, and then Sadie's like, "Well, did you see it?" I was like, "No, I'm lucky to. I'm lucky to see that my phone that it's not somebody calling or texting." So
I'm glad that the station hasn't went down here lately because Sadie will
all
the
no,
gasket.
all no, it went offline last week or week before. Of course, it was the middle of the night. So she wakes up. What's wrong with the radio? I said, I don't know. I said, hold on. So I text Drew. Hey, you up? She's like, yeah. I said, we got dead air. He's like, wait a minute. It'll kick on. I'm like, I've been waiting 10 minutes. I know what our times are on dead air, and we passed the.
We passed that threshold a long time ago.
Yeah. He's like, okay, but so it was funny last week. Sadie was going to bed and she hit something on the radio, and it was just dead air.
See, she did a liner for me at the station. And,
She did.
And when I do that, when I play it, I always say that she is our late night tech support.
Yes.
We couldn't do it without her.
No.
Trust me, we couldn't.
No. Yeah, so she was going to bed the other night, and she hit some button on the radio, and it wasn't playing any music at all.
Oh no.
And she's like, "Dad, radio station's down." I said, "Hold on." So I ran and turned my radio on, and I was like, "Nope, it's on." I said, "You hit a button." I said, "'Cause I've got the radio." So I was like, "Okay, station's good now. Let's just deal with."
You.
Yeah. I it's much easier to deal with one radio not working than an entire geographical area not
Exactly.
working. But yeah, Cena looked at it and she's like, "Well, you hit the button." So she's, "Oh, okay." So, but we got WVRC back on the air on her radio, so all was well with the world.
I've been playing our up and coming artists, and seems like every time I play a Sam Grow song, or a Rachel song, or a Caitlin Jewett song,
Mm-hmm.
or a Blake Harlow song, and we've got a new artist by the name of Michael Dean Lewis that's going to be coming on.
Nice.
He has got some stuff that's doing the final mix right now, and
Yeah.
we'll have him on. But, every time I played one of those, for some reason I keep saying there's a possibility they may be coming to the area. Each
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah,
So,
I've heard.
I don't know what that's all about.
You know me, sir. I cover a lot of ground in a day's time, so I hear a lot of rumblings and I hear a lot of rumors. So
Yeah.
so I'm anxious to see if what I hear is true and how and if all because if the rumors I hear is true, then and they come to fruition, then buddy. In the words of Barney Fife, big ain't the word for it.
From what I've told, they're all going to be on the same stage.
Holy cow!
So
Rome County will never be the same.
exactly. I mean,
and you just mark it on time. It would you either count time by either before that event or after that event. It'll never be the same.
Exactly. But oh, and the other one that it is also in that group is the Davidson brothers.
Yes. Oh man,
I forgot about them. I mean,
those guys.
Donnie would beat me with a wet noodle.
Yes, he would. And justifiably so with that.
Exactly.
Plays a chicken song.
Yeah, and of course, this is another one of those, you just remind me of like, oh, by the way, they're going to be here, and I think it's a conspiracy. Like, you've got into my calendar somehow, George, and like, you figure out, like, okay, there's no possible way Joe's available this weekend, so let's get the guys the Davison brothers, in on this weekend, like, in somewhere in the, like, local area where Joe could possibly get to, but can't. So let's make sure, just so we say, oh, by the way, Joe, yeah, sorry, buddy, you can't make it.
Yeah. But, I got to find out for sure if this is true. I mean, these rumors that I'm hearing.
Yeah. We're
Sam Grove said that the bus is already loaded. Yeah. But it's going to be fun.
I was like, okay, how much is it going to cost me?
Yeah. I said a lot of advertising. He said, we can handle that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just so that's what you guys said. You got plenty of it, so there you go.
You know his famous line. What happened?
Yeah.
I'm constantly getting us in trouble. It's not me, it's you.
Yeah, I try my best to keep myself out of trouble, but I can't get away from it to save my life.
Right.
Because I always get these harebrained out to give him credit. Like, I appreciate him having the confidence in me to, like, I'll go, hey, I got a harebrained idea, and he's just like, okay. And the first question, how much is it going to cost me?
Well, it was like before the station started streaming, that was one that Drew didn't have any clue was even in the pipeline.
Yeah.
And, what it took was you and I riding from here to Summersville.
Yeah.
And we had plenty of time to create a plan.
Yeah. Well, I think that was the first challenge you had for me, George, because it was one of those, you heard I was good, but you want to see how good I was. And you one of those naysayers like, I'm going to trip Joe up. And I'm like, and that's what I think that was a personal challenge. Like, no, you're not going to trip me. I was like,
Week and a half.
Yeah.
Week and a half. You had my answer.
And I shocked myself on that one. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I shocked myself that I was actually able to pull that answer that quick. Cause it's one of those, I knew that it was possible, but I didn't know if I had the mentality and budget-wise, if that was even an option. But buddy, we was able to do all that, and it's like I still have that video on my phone of surprising Drew. That's one of my, of all the things we've done, that was one of my favorites.
Yes, that was great. I mean, I'm standing there holding my phone. I said, Drew, come here a minute.
Yeah.
He come back here, and I said, he's looking at my phone, and he's looking in the studio, and he's looking at my phone and looking in the studio, and he's going,
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What have you done?
Yeah. What did you do?
Exactly. I said, I didn't.
Joe did it. I told him to.
Exactly. But that was Drew's Christmas present that year.
Yes, it was, and man, it's crazy to think how something as complex and simple at the same time as that has, and how people came relied on it.
Yeah.
And we are thankful for all the listeners that are able to take into the broadcast nationwide now. I mean, literally, we could say we broadcast nationwide.
Exactly. And, speaking of thanking all the listeners, everybody that's watching us on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, please hit that share and follow button, and, share it with all your neighbors. And the more eyes we get on this, the more people that will know about the 69th annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival.
Yes, and come on down. As you guys can see, now there's not a big crowd right now, but it's also only Wednesday, and there's still work going on.
Yeah, and the carnival don't open until 6 o'clock. They'll go from 6 to 10, I believe, is what's on your schedule.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the carnival starts at 6, so Oh, excuse me. If you're just now joining us, as of right now, it is almost 3 o'clock, so you're running out of time on the agriculture, 4-H, and FFA exhibits. All that's the judging.
That's the judging.
The judging
it's
is
already been.
Yeah, so they're about ready to finish wrapping up on that, and then the only other thing going on this evening is at 6 o'clock the carnival will be going on in full swing. And buddy, I drove past, and for some reason I just got this itching feeling that I'm probably going to be spending some time over there at some point this weekend.
Uh-huh.
And I saw, okay, TikTok's acting goofy, but we'll figure that out. I did see a giant slide and some food booths over there as well. But I, of course, trying to drive on the road and keep an eye on everything. I wasn't able to get a full detail, but I did see a giant slide and a couple of food booths over there. Maybe some cotton candy, maybe some funnel cake. The good stuff.
Yeah.
Over there. Ready for the partaking.
Yes, and I'm sure that Sadie will gravitate that way.
Oh yes, yeah. As sure as the sun's going to come up tomorrow, that's where she's going to gravitate.
She'll say, "Hey, Dad, come on, let's go."
Yeah.
But there is so much stuff that happens this whole week, and like we were talking earlier, the city crew and the volunteers that help with the Black Walnut Festival need to be commended because they do a great job of getting things ready and making sure that things run without a hitch.
Yes. So please, if you see any of the people that are working making this festival happen, thank them, because this is a tireless job, a thankless job, a hard job.
Yeah.
Because there's so many. I mean, people, if you're just now watching, you're seeing not a lot of going on, but tune in tomorrow, and boy howdy, there'll be people everywhere. And if you think Thursday's big, wait till Friday and Saturday, then and you're going, well, Thursday was nothing.
Yeah. Well, it's like Jason from Getting Piggy with It. We were talking. And, I said, "Are you ready for Saturday?" He said, "How can anybody be ready for Saturday?" He said, "Last year was my first year here." And he said, everybody kept saying, "Get ready for Saturday. Get ready for Saturday."
Yeah.
I went, I've been to festivals, I've been to cook-offs and all this stuff. And he said, "Yeah, He said, I wasn't prepared."
yeah. That's the thing, is like a lot of places they'll talk a big, get ready for Saturday, it's going to be utter chaos. Yeah.
Right.
But we put our money where our mouth is. When we say it's going to be big, you better get ready.
Like he said, Roane County and West Virginia showed up and showed out.
Yeah.
He said, when we started talking about getting ready for this week, he said, I already have my Saturday menu planned so that I knew that I'd have enough stuff. Because he ran completely out last year.
Oh yeah. I remember him talking to Drew last year that it was just he ran slap out and called far and wide to
get what he could get. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, he completely ran out. And was, he was done halfway through the day on Saturday.
Yeah, he better have a limited menu on Saturday and plenty of it.
He said, I think I've got that problem solved. But he also said that Friday morning when he comes on, because he's on with us every day this week.
Nice.
And when he comes on with us Friday morning, he may have a surprise for Friday and Saturday.
Ooh.
So he'll release that at that time.
Ooh. I see that just when you think it couldn't get any better, he goes, "Hey, watch this."
Exactly. So I'm excited to see what that is. He didn't hint about it after we went off the air, so it'll be interesting to find out what it is.
George, if you had a better IT guy, he would have set you up with like a mobile cam. We could have walked around and harassed people and
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I did the Pioneer Days Saturday.
Yeah.
And also did the 1982 Foundation on Saturday.
Mm-hmm. He's a busy man.
Oh yeah, I started early that morning and finished that evening. But we hit the ground, and I did it all from my phone because Drew had the equipment with him in the Carolinas. So I did it all from my phone. But that was actually kind of fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we were able to go, Elizabeth and I went from booth to booth and featured stuff throughout each booth, and was able to talk about what everything was, everything that everybody had.
Right.
And it made it nice.
Yeah, so I have a bone to pick with Mr. Miller because he went south, and he didn't give the tech guy a heads up. So if there was any technical issues, the tech guy was 8 hours away.
Right.
And so he kind of gambled that.
Yeah, he kind of gambled that, but also I've got a bone to pick with him unless he brings it in when he gets back to work. Go to the beach. What's the first thing that you got to bring back? Saltwater taffy.
Oh yeah. And he didn't do that
yet.
Well, now since he's a little under the weather, we'll give him a pass this time.
We'll give him a pass.
Yeah.
But still yet. I mean, you can't go to the beach without bringing back saltwater.
No.
Yeah, or a hermit crab.
Yeah, let that thing get loose and then forget about it. About 3 days later, you start smelling it.
Yeah.
Daddy brought back two, and one of them escaped, and the other one needs a playmate. I'm like, good luck with that. I'm not going to the beach.
No.
But, I want to thank the city also for providing us with this tent. This is beautiful.
Yes.
And, I mean, this is the second year that they've done that for us, and this is perfect. It's a great. We always are able to shoot back up Main Street, back up the street here,
Right.
And then we can also shoot over towards the food court and show the crowd.
Right.
On Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Wednesday is always just the prep day, and
It's the calm before the storm.
Exactly. They open the food court, and everybody swings by and gets a little taste of everything, and then
you take in the free smells, and then Friday or Wednesday nights you come up with your game plan. It's almost like Black Friday shopping. Like you roll out a map of Main Street.
Drew does.
And it's like, okay, so for breakfast I'm going here, at lunch I'm going here, dinner I'm going here, and if I get hungry I'll go here too.
Drew does. Drew actually knows what he's having for lunch, where he's having, and everything. I mean, he's got it picked out.
Well, I'm right there with
His
him.
snack, everything. Yeah. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, because I have my schedule figured out where I have it marked where I can go to each place at least once.
Yeah.
And then Sunday is kind of like the spin of the wheels. Like, okay, I'll either go to what's still open that hasn't ran out on Saturday.
Exactly. Exactly.
Or if something I got that was extra good than normal, then I may. But Sunday's kind of the spin of the wheel. But I make sure that I get in all the bad health decisions beforehand.
Did you see the new Chinese vendor over there?
I've heard about
Oriental.
Is it good?
They've got a mix of.
Nice.
But they were at the Mud Bog.
Okay.
On at Reedy.
Oh, really?
And their food looked really good. Of course, Drew and I were a couple dodo heads and left Spencer without going to the ATM.
Whoops.
Yeah, I had $1 and I think he had $2. He had me beat. But so we didn't get to partake, but it smelled really good. We were right beside him.
So you basically just punished the entire afternoon, sitting there, that constant reminder that smell of, hey, you didn't bring any money. Hey, you didn't bring any money.
Hey, exactly.
Doesn't it smell good?
Exactly.
And of course, my luck.
See what you could have had.
Yeah. And my looked like the wind would have shifted and that would have just blowed right in my face the entire day.
Exactly. It pretty much did. So.
Yes.
Yeah. But Yeah, I don't know if they got a hold of him or not, but
Well, I know that I follow them on Facebook, and I know they are busy people.
yeah, buddy, they are busy.
Cause I seen where they was somewhere last weekend. I don't remember right off where they was, but they was somewhere last weekend cranking out the kettle corn.
Yeah, they're. I think today they're at a antique store down there.
Okay, that's where I saw them. I saw them on Facebook. Yeah, in Parkersburg there. Yeah.
Sanford and Wife.
Yeah, Sanford Wife Antiques. Yep.
That's it. That's it. But they're constantly busy. But I saw he had put a post up on our station Facebook page that he perfected his caramel apple.
Ooh.
You know, he was working on that at Work County.
Right, yeah. Well, I tell you what, he had the regular and the caramel down pat, so I don't know how he could get any better.
Yeah, but he definitely got it. I was quite surprised.
Yeah, I kind of looked like a pig because when we got done, I went, well, because Mom and Dad, they love kettle corn.
Yeah.
So I got Cena and I 2 bags, and I got them 2 bags because I walked out. I said, I need 4 bags. I said, I need 2 bags of kettle corn. He's like, regular or caramel? I was like, there's options? And he's like, yeah. I said, well, then I guess I need 4 bags, 2 of each. He goes, are you serious? I'm like, yes. Like, I don't joke around. Like, I said, yeah, I'm absolutely serious. I need 4 bags. He's like, oh, okay. Kind of floating.
Yeah. But he was that way the whole day. I mean, the whole week down there at the Work County Fair. I mean, he had people coming in there left and right.
Yeah.
And I know he's wanting to come to the Black Walnut Festival. So hopefully he'll
be able to partake in the 70th.
Yeah, maybe get here for the 70th. But Fat Cat Kettle Corn, if you ever see him at an event, you need to try him.
But George, we have just now crossed over into the 3 o'clock hour.
Wow.
Yeah, we're moving right along.
Moving right along.
Now I see how this works. You know, I show up and Elizabeth just kind of.
Yeah, she just kind of gravitated towards the back.
Yeah, and dropped her headsets along the way.
Exactly. But. She's right.
Well, there she goes, bringing up some good points.
Exactly. She's got a very good point there. I mean, when you and I get started,
yeah, you never know where it might end up.
Drew just shakes his head. He's probably sitting up there right now going, oh, no.
Yeah, they probably locked the ER doors from the inside so he can't get out.
Exactly. I got to get down there. They're going to tear my place up.
But folks, if you're just now joining us, as you can see, there's not a lot of stuff going on right now. But listen, I guarantee you're bound to be getting off work here shortly. And if you're at the office, please turn it down low enough where the boss don't hear you.
Because we are a little loud.
Yeah. And we don't want to be responsible for you being unproductive. Appreciate you watching and or listening. We're not going to bash you over that, but we just don't want you to get in trouble over it. But listen, the food booths are wide open, so there's really no excuse why you can't stop down, grab your bite to eat, and they have plenty of picnic tables.
Yeah.
So come down, grab a bite to eat, sit down, enjoy yourself this evening, partake in the first evening of the festivities, and then hang around for a little bit. At 6 o'clock, the carnival's going to be open up until 10 o'clock over in the parking plaza. And if your carnival's just not your thing, but you want a little taste of football, we've got you covered. Come on out to the Roane County High School this evening. It's the future Raider Bowl.
Future Raider Bowl.
And it's going to be between Spencer Middle School and Walton Middle School. And I think kickoff is at 6. I think kickoff is at 6 o'clock.
Somewhere in that vicinity.
So,
they've done that now for what? I think 3 or 4 years anyway. Consistent.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, this game is very, very confidence building for those young men.
Yeah.
Because Coach Burdett will meet with both teams and talk to them and Well, and playing middle school ball and playing on the big field. Yeah.
playing at the high school, that's treating all itself. And now that there's turf on the field, now that's a whole other level.
And, Coach Burdett was the one that, because they still used to call it the Black Walnut Bowl.
Yeah.
But Coach Burdett was the one that said, hey, these are future Raiders.
Yeah.
And, whether they're from Spencer or Walton, and because Walton and Gary, they kind of combined together to make a football team. And, it's awesome. It's very awesome.
Yeah, so come on out to the high school tonight, and if for some reason you just cannot make it out, whether you're down here eating your face, enjoying the food, or you live in another state and there's no humanly possible way to make it in Spencer in time.
Yeah.
Check us out on our Facebook and YouTube feeds. We'll be broadcasting the game live tonight. It'll be John Penna and Matt White and Katie White on camera, and then I'll be doing the replays and the graphics and all that. And
Drew will be lollygagging around somewhere.
Yeah. Drew will more likely not be there, and being a good friend I am, advising him he better not be there.
Exactly. Me too.
But it'll be live right here on Facebook and YouTube simulcast.
Like I said this morning, he said, I don't know what we're going to do. I said, next man up. Let's go. I said, we got this, Bubba.
Yeah. Cena asked me this morning, she's like, so what are you going to do? She said, so I told her what was going on. She's like, well, what's going on? I said, well, got all right. I said, I'll come down and, help out where I can. She's like, she's like, so you got, I was like, well, yeah. I said, according to you and half the world, I'm number 2 in command anyway. I said, so yeah, I've got it under control. Because I had somebody stop me the other day and asked me, said, are you going to broadcast the parade on YouTube? Not look. And I said, and I'd forgotten that we had restream at that point. I was like, I said, I don't know. I don't make those decisions. I'm just the tech guy.
That's not my pay grade.
Yeah. So
that's what I always say. Well, it's above my pay grade.
Well, there's this conspiracy theory running around town that people think that I'm part owner of the radio station. And they're like, look, I'm not. No. My company does the tech support for them and all the other businesses around. That's, now me personally.
We couldn't make it without you, Bubby.
Well, I appreciate it, but it's like, listen, my name is not on a piece of paper anywhere that I know of. Now,
maybe on the original streaming paper.
Yeah.
But that's about it, right?
Yeah. Well, I should have known.
We did that by surprise.
Right. Yes, but I should have known we should have been head deep in it when Drew first bought the station and we was all over at the front porch eating lunch.
Yeah.
I remember that because that was when he told me, because and Drew was sitting there eating lunch and Drew leaned over and said, hey, I need to holler at you in a couple of weeks. Just bought the station and we need to talk about some stuff. I said, okay. And man, did I.
Yeah, the day that Drew bought the station, he called me. He said, what are you doing? I said, just sitting here. He said, meet me for lunch. And he got over here and he said, you know what was going on? I said, that you bought the station? How did you know? I said, I've known for 6 months.
You've been waiting it out.
Exactly. But there's a backstory behind that. We'll go into that later.
Yeah, we'll discuss that on air.
Exactly. But he was kind of shocked that I had already been for 6 months. Yeah, exactly. But he said, I need you. He said, you don't plan on leaving me, do you? I said, no. I said, so the joke is, when Drew bought the station, he bought me too.
Well, he was part of the deal.
Exactly. So,
no George, no deal.
Exactly. He said, I've got to have you inside. He said, you take care of the inside, and I got the outside. I said, okay. And then Joe comes along.
Yeah. And I screwed everything up.
I said, oh, my job just got easier. So, yeah, there's many a times Drew said, well, what are we going to do? I said, I got Joe on speed dial.
just the wild ride this has been the last few years since Drew's taken over the station. It's just been the stuff that we have done. You know,
I mean, we're so far ahead
yeah,
of where we thought we would be.
yeah. Well, and just the what all we've been able to do. Like, you know, here I am just looking at it from a technical side, what all the advances we've done and what all we, you know, still left to do. But then personally, you know, thinking it's a good idea to give Mike and I a show once a month for the LOL Loads of Laughs comedy show, and
Yeah.
that is still boggles my mind that thing has taken a life of its own.
I talked to a gentleman the other day. I'm not going to mention his name, but I've got a possible bluegrass show in the works.
Ooh, nice. To go along with the homegrown hour.
Uh-huh.
Very nice.
It'll be, you know, one day a month.
Yeah.
Probably a Sunday evening after
After the church
show.
services. Yeah, there you go.
But this gentleman, I will say, is well known in the bluegrass community in the state.
Nice.
Not just in the Tri-County area, but in the state.
State area. Nice.
Yes. So I told him he could think about it a little while, and then I'll come
Hit-
back and see him again,
There you go.
and we'll talk about it. And then, you know, I told him, I said, I'd like for you to bring either a laptop or whatever, and we'll plug into
Pipe it in and crank it out.
and you can play your music and do the show. I said, I know of nobody in the area that knows bluegrass as well as you do.
Yeah.
And I'll do a little hint, but like I said, I won't.
No.
But I will do a little hint.
Okay.
His aunt and uncle were highly known throughout the state of West Virginia
Ooh.
as far as bluegrass musicians and old time folk music.
Nice.
And for years and years and years down at Cedar Lakes in Ripley,
Yeah.
they did a show down there, and it kind of showcased everything.
Wow.
Because they even made their own instruments,
Ooh.
and you know, his brother and sister, and
Yeah.
they were awesome. So I'll leave it at that.
So coming soon to a radio or streaming device near you.
Exactly. And you know, I'm hoping that he'll say yes, we'll do this.
Yeah.
But you know, he's a busy man himself. I mean,
Right.
he's constantly playing with different groups,
Right.
and he's got his own stuff that he does too. So, I mean, it's just like he said, I've got to figure out if I can devote an hour or two that I can be consistent with it, and we'll say, okay, we'll do the second Sunday of each month.
Right.
You know, he don't want to jump and say, okay, we'll do it, and do the second Sunday this month, the first Sunday next.
Right.
He wants to make it consistent.
Right. Well, and I tell you, and George, you know this way better than I do, that Mike and I, you know, just doing one show a month,
Yeah.
it makes it hard to nail down a day, especially now with the football playing Saturday nights.
Yeah.
And we kind of make the joke of, you know, I wish WVU wouldn't play so well, so then people would much rather listen to us. but,
Yeah.
but you know, if the Mountaineers are bringing home W's, you know, we're not, you know, we're willing to step aside.
Exactly. As long as they keep bringing those W's in, that's all that matters.
Yes. So Mike and I, unfortunately, we weren't able to do a show in September, but we have some stuff in the works for a big Halloween special.
That should be fun.
Yeah, so we're bringing in the big guns on this. We reached out to a buddy of ours that we've made from the show, Mr. Grayson McGaha out of North Carolina. He might be making an appearance. Yeah, so TikTok creator Grayson McGaha might be making an appearance on the show, virtually. Trying to get him up here for the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival, and just
not cards this year.
Not this year, but he's chomping at the bit. He's wanting to get up here. I told him, I said, get up here. I said, it's an experience you've never seen before.
Maybe the 70th.
Yeah. But on a good note, though, I just picked the shirts up. Mike and I will be live on the parade this weekend, promoting the LOL Loads Last Comedy Show, and hopefully the wind don't blow us away here before then.
Exactly. Picked up a little bit.
Just a little bit. But yeah, Mike and I will be in the parade, telling jokes, harassing people. It's hard to tell, we might get jerked off the truck before we even get to Main Street here, but it'll all be in good fun. So we're gearing up for that. We got a few things to iron out before Saturday, but we just got our shirts. They look amazing.
Fantastic.
So.
Drew, I've talked to him. I guess he's got some more merch coming for us as well.
Yes, and I
saw a couple pieces that
and
are up on the desk up
have you seen the blue one?
Yes.
Okay. So then you've seen.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, and there's another little. I'm sure you're aware of the little secret project that we're working on to make all that happen.
Not full details yet.
Okay.
Because we've been so busy, quite honestly.
Right.
Drew said when we slow down, we'll sit and talk some.
Yeah.
But we haven't had time.
Oh, I know. Well, I've just been lucky enough to catch him lately, like just catch him eating lunch, and like he and I both, our schedules are just utter chaos. It's like, you got to eat, so we'll just pick a time.
Yeah. That's about
take my team 20 minutes while we're eating. It's like, okay, let's hash this out.
He'll run in the station and he'll say, I got to get this done real quick.
Yeah.
And we haven't had time to talk. And I mean, we usually try to take one day a month.
Yeah.
Not month, but a week.
Yeah.
And kind of keep each other up to date on, my shenanigans that I get us into.
And what else coming down the pike? Yeah.
Uh-huh. And his comment is always, what's it going to cost?
Yeah.
But we have a blast. But he is put up with a lot.
But the WVRC merch line is getting ready to expand tremendously.
Yes.
And well, I can talk about part of it, and I won't give out any details on the WVRC side, but it's going to involve, it may involve a new piece of equipment that A&M Digital Technologies has recently acquired.
Right. And I do know about that.
Yeah, now that part is public knowledge, what we acquired. We now have a 3D printer, and George, I tell you what, I don't know what I did without it.
Right.
And I've had it almost 2 months. But it's just crazy what I've been able to do with that thing, even with my limited knowledge. Because when it comes to computer-aided drafting and design and stuff like that, I'm the last person you want to talk to. But we've been able to crank out some really cool stuff.
You can work on the software.
I can make the software.
hardware.
Yeah. Well, trust me, I've torn that machine down a couple times already.
Just to see what makes it tick.
No, just to figure out what made it stop ticking. But of course, with me, I only have one speed, and that's go, and
Wide open.
yeah. So it's like when I got the machine, I was like, I'm not going to study up on this. I'm going to do a little homework, but just enough to say, yeah, I know how to run this, and yeah, right. So I got the machine, and I've been able to do some stuff that I just couldn't even imagine doing. But I've made some boo-boos along the way. Burned up my first heating element last week. So
You got to learn
yeah, well,
what you can and cannot.
well, and learn the warning signs, and so now I have to the heating element that film, what they call filament, just the plastic. It looks like weed eater string.
Right.
That uses melt to make your stuff. somewhere I made the boo-boo of trying to do a start a print and go to bed. Well, luckily I've got a camera on my machine at all times, so that way I don't have to be up at the office to watch it. Well, I turned it on, went to bed, and I got up next morning and I got this notification on my phone. But it says your machine's unusually hot, and I'm going, oh, that's not good. So I kicked my camera on, and there was a big brown glob
Oh.
of filament that somehow along the way had kicked itself off the print bed and stuck to the heating element, and it just kept printing. It just kept shooting filaments. Like it just like a big brown booger hanging off of that. It was disgusting. And what was bad is like the thicker it got, the outside would cool down and harden. So it was like concrete at that point.
Right.
So it was an all-day ordeal, but I got it back up and going. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not going to do that again.
Yeah. Say, note to self.
Yeah.
Self.
Yeah.
Don't do that again.
Yeah. So now I run the thing like a smoker. I just run low and slow. and only do the high-speed stuff when I'm able to babysit it. Or if Nick's there, he can keep an eye on it. But it's pretty cool. I made Cena for her birthday a 2.5 foot tall lighthouse.
Oh wow.
She loves lighthouses, so I was able to get it in pieces. I was able to print each section its own piece, and so it's about 2.5 feet tall. And I put a LED light in there, so when it kicks on, it actually blinks like a real lighthouse.
Oh wow.
Yes, that's my my proud piece that I've been able to do. And then
You know my brain. I've already got an idea. If you haven't already thought of it.
what's that, sir?
Our wall hanging.
I can't do it that big. I'd have to figure out how to do it that big because my print bed's only so big.
Sections.
If I could figure it out, yeah. But I've got something even cooler than that. Have you seen any of my posts?
Not lately, no.
Okay, well, let me show you a project that I have done that has just taken off like gangbusters. And if anybody is interested, please let me know ahead of time because these are great Christmas gifts. They are lithophane photo boxes.
Huh.
So you give me your pictures, and in this case, what I do with it? Here we go. In this case, I took mine and Cena's wedding photos and turned it into that.
Oh wow.
And that's just one side of it. And so here's the top of the box.
Huh.
So with that software, you take 4 pictures, and then you load it in the software, and it makes a box, and it actually prints that picture
On the box.
Yeah. And there's a hole in the back that you can actually put a light socket in and light it up like a lamp. Now we provide little battery operated tea lights because I'm not an electrician and I'm not planning to be. But you can actually put a light in there and light it up and make it look like that.
Yeah.
So I made that one for Cena, and then I made a few for some friends of mine, and then I've got one right now that I can't discuss on there. But it'll be publicly known soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those things they're a labor of love because it takes a long time to do. They take about 20 hours to do.
Oh my.
Yeah, so it's a labor of love, but long as that little machine just hums along, I'm good.
Yeah.
Well, George, it is almost 3:30. Man, the afternoon has just flown by.
Yeah, I know.
So anybody that's just now joining us and you're hearing us just jabber on forever, you're watching the 69th annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival.
And we're just, we're talking a little bit of everything.
Yeah, you just never know what we might talk about. We might get into conspiracy theories and Bigfoot before the day's over with.
Bigfoot. Speaking of Bigfoot, I saw Huckleberry on Saturday.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I've decided I'm going to just say that it's a Huckleberry sighting. We're going to do, how many times can we find Huckleberry and where?
Yeah. Well, now I was gonna say I think like, Huckleberry might be related to Bigfoot because you never see the two in the same place.
Exactly. I'm wondering that.
Yeah.
And, the height.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
A couple days before that, we seen him coming out of Piggly Wiggly.
Yeah,
Coming out of the grocery store.
yeah,
Carrying a bag.
yeah.
I told my grandson, I said, guess who I see them supposed today?
He said, "Hey, how you doing?"
That's probably what he's thinking about us.
Huh? Exactly, right?
Seeing them again.
But no, it seems like every time we go to Work County, we run into it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
he's just out and about.
yeah.
And I asked him if he was coming up for the festival here, and he said, "I might venture up that way."
Yeah, yeah. Huckleberry's like, you just never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, he may just walk right by in front of us right now, and you just don't know until you see him.
Exactly. And when he does go around, he's not flashy. I mean, he just
Yeah, what you see on TV, that's him.
That's him.
There's no. Well, that's like all the guys. What you see that's not for TV. That's just them.
I've seen kids go up to him and have a little piece of paper in their hand and a pen. Shaking.
Yeah.
Can you want an autograph? Yeah, I can do that. And,
And just make that kid's whole week.
exactly. Their whole year,
Yeah.
But he's a great guy. I mean, for those of you that have never met him, he's a great guy.
Well, and if you have no idea what we're talking about, the show Mountain Monsters, it's on Travel Channel.
Yeah.
He and some other Work County gentlemen go look for paranormal activity, Bigfoot and such. Cena actually went to school with Buck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And Buck is, he usually will dress up a little bit occasionally.
Yeah. Every once in a while.
Yeah, when we did the Riverfest down there, Huckleberry and Buck were both there,
Yeah.
and Buck was walking around in Bigfoot costume. hmm Yeah, remember when they came up? He had just changed clothes. Him and Huckleberry both came up, and we interviewed him. But it's like I said, you never know where you're going to see Huckleberry at. So that's what I said. I'm just going to make it a Huckleberry sighting.
Yeah.
Because he will pop up where you least expect it.
Yeah.
That's like Saturday, we were standing down there getting ready to watch some music down there and listen. Group playing. And Elizabeth smacked me. She said, "Look." I said, "What?" I said, "There's Huckleberry." She said, "Yeah."
Oh, by the way.
His attention was everywhere but where I wanted to
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel about like this.
Yeah.
It was a washing machine.
Yeah.
Fire thing.
Yeah.
Made out of wood.
You need to take this back home. I need to take this home.
I didn't catch the hint.
Well, why didn't you? Because you didn't ask.
we get home and she starts talking. She said, "Boy, I'd really like to have had that." I said, "Hon, why didn't you tell me? I just got it."
Yeah, why didn't you say something?
She said, "How many times do I have to tell you?" I said, "Maybe, just maybe, they might be at the craft fair up here."
Yeah.
Exactly. I guarantee you, we're taking that one home. I won't make that mistake twice.
There you go.
Or I'll call Rain Fout down in Elizabeth and say, "Who was that had those?"
Yeah.
Because I need one.
Yeah, because we're getting too cold to sleep outside. Well, folks, if you're just now joining us, it is now 3:30 on Wednesday, the first day of the 69th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. as you can see, things are slowly starting to ramp up here. I'm starting to see a few more people
moving around.
creeping around here.
People getting off work,
Yeah.
coming in to get a bite to eat, and
Yes, so if you're coming in town, come on in. There's plenty of food. There's plenty of room to sit. There's literally no excuse. The weather's nice. It's not too hot. Nice little breeze is going. There's literally no excuse why you can't come down here and partake in the festivities. At 6 o'clock, the carnival's going to fire up, and that'll be running until 10 o'clock tonight. And that's about the only thing going on major this evening.
right.
Other than the football game.
What's kicking off in the morning?
Well, in the morning, we have bright and early at 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. at the St. John's United Methodist Church. We're going to have the pancake breakfast. And then starting at 8 o'clock until 9:30 will be the Black Walnut Bake-Off. And that's going to be at Backwood Ramblings. And if you don't know where Backwood Ramblings is, it's literally right across the street from the front of the
Where
courthouse.
have you been?
Exactly. And if you're going to go in there, get the frozen hot chocolate. Joe recommends that. I love that.
Exactly.
That is like, if you like a milkshake, that's like 10 times better than a milkshake.
Yeah.
So after that, from 8 o'clock until 6 o'clock tomorrow will be the agriculture at 4-H FFA exhibits at the middle school, at Spencer Middle School. And they also had the art and photography show also at Spencer Middle School. And then at 9 a.m. until 6 will be the craft show at the Armory. And then David Davis, one room school pictures will be at the Armory as well. And then the Quilt and Flower Show will be at Heritage Park. And then the flea market opens up tomorrow on Front Street across from the Spencer Middle School. Over on Alvoid, if you are familiar with the Alvoid area, the flea market is going to where the walking bridge is at the middle school, where you can walk over from the middle school to Alvoid on that end of Alvoid.
Okay.
So it'll be over there. I think they got a big open field area there now where they took out, where FEMA had taken out some of the houses.
Those houses.
Yeah.
That stretch down through there.
Yeah. So it'll be on that end of Alvoid. So you have easy access to walk right across that nice bridge there.
Yeah.
From the middle school over. Hey guys, there's John's boys.
Yeah.
Over to the Alvoid area, and then that's, like I said, on its own Front Street. At 10 a.m. tomorrow will be the Black Walnut Sweepstakes judging, and that'll be also, as the wind blows my paper out of my hands here, also at the middle school. And then at 10 o'clock in the morning, the Train Depot Museum will be open. That's down to Heritage Park, and the Euro Bungee at the Courthouse Square. Now that's going to be interesting. Euro Bungee.
Okay.
And then from 10 to 6 tomorrow will be the information booth right here around the Courthouse Square. And they're going to have glass blowing demonstrations also around here at Courthouse Square.
Right. They usually set up right over in here somewhere.
And also down at the Heritage Park around it and Casto Harris area, that area of the parking lot there will have the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Oh, they're bringing.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Now, George, have you ever been able to see that in person?
Yes. Yes. Many, many times.
Amazing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I've only been able to experience that once, but I tell you, that's an experience I will never forget.
I actually got to partake in a full funeral.
Oh, wow.
At Arlington.
Wow.
And it was full military honors. A local Hooner who, when I was growing up, my dad was killed when I was 6 years old in the coal mine. And he pretty much took me in under his arm and was like a father figure to me.
Yeah.
And most Roane County people know him too, because he was the Veterans Administration for Calhoun, Roane, Jackson counties for years and years and years. And that was Command Sergeant Major Clovis D. Ice.
Wow.
And there's a great backstory on Drexel, and we either called him Drexel or we called him Frosty. Okay, and because of his last name was Ice.
Yeah.
But the New York Times actually give him that nickname.
Really?
He was in combat
Mm-hmm.
and shot a enemy aircraft down with a 45.
Wow.
And they did a cartoon in the New York Times, and they showed this soldier with like 100 yards in all directions to get to cover, and he's in the middle of it.
Wow.
And this aircraft is bearing down on him, and he shoots the aircraft down with a 45.
Wow.
And at the bottom caption said, "Frosty, cold as ice."
And there you go. And the legend was born.
Paul Harvey says, and now you know the rest of the story.
Yeah. So anybody that has not been able to make it to Arlington to see the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, this is definitely something worth seeing.
Yeah, they did with his funeral, they did the horse-drawn caisson.
Oh, wow.
They had the rifle salute plus the howitzer salute.
Wow.
And they had triple taps being played
Ooh.
at 3 different locations in the cemetery.
Wow.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
the hair on the back of your neck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was able to go to there once and actually watch the changing of the guard. That right there, I mean, it's like deathly silent.
I mean, he was command sergeant major. I mean, that's a big feat in itself.
Yeah.
Sergeant major is
Right.
what you usually hear of. You
Yeah.
don't hear of command sergeant major.
Yeah.
But he was fortunate enough to make that, but he was also a member of the old guard,
Right.
which the old guard takes care of the Tomb of the Unknown.
Yes.
So, yeah, he did a lot during his military career. And out in Arizona, the military intelligence school is named after him.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, I'm kind of a proud hooner on that respect.
Yeah. Well, and just if you've never seen it, go on YouTube and just look up the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier and the Changing of the Guard. That will send chills down your spine.
Yes.
Just the precision of those people doing that, being and you got to see it to experience it.
Right.
Because these young people, that they cross each other, and when they clap their heels together, it's in almost looks like they have strings tied to their feet. They're in that sync, and there's literally there's nothing out of sync, not even by just a little. I mean, it is dead on.
And people, you hear people say, well, they don't do that in the wintertime. They don't do that during rainstorm. Folks, they do it 24/7.
Yeah. Yeah, they do it. Yeah.
Whether there's people there or not.
Yeah.
It's not for show.
No.
It is not for show.
No, they're there the whole time.
That's it. They never leave that tomb.
Yeah.
Somebody is always with it.
Yep.
And
The one thing that Samantha went on her 7th grade trip to Washington, so we took all the kids to.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah.
Watch your kids watch that.
like Joe said, if you've never experienced it, at least look it up online.
Yeah.
And
I
mean, online it's okay, but it's nothing like being there.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm anxious to see the scaled down version here, here at the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival. That's going to be neat, because
I'll be a babbling idiot. I'll cry. I guarantee it.
We've been blessed in Black Walnut festivals in the past when they brought the wall in,
Yeah.
and then we got to see the mobile 9/11 museum. Both phenomenal pieces. So I know going in that this is going to be a grand slam right out of the bat. You know, haven't even seen the truck pull in yet, but I guarantee you, based on previous experiences, it's going to be another grand slam. So, there's absolutely no worries there.
I often have to sit back and wonder how much a gentleman that has passed away may have had to do with some of that
Yeah.
getting in here, and that was Woody Williams.
Yeah.
You know, he loved coming to the Black Walnut Festival.
Mm-hmm.
I loved to talk to him because he was just amazing to talk to. He loved coming to the Black Walnut Festival.
Yeah.
Every year. He tried to.
Yeah.
He tried to come
Yeah.
every year. And, he'll be missed.
Yeah. Well, and the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival, it's legendary. It's one of those things that it's hard to find somebody that lives in the state of West Virginia, unless like on a rare occasion they live like in the Eastern Panhandle. And even then, it might be hard to find somebody that has either hasn't been here
Or heard of it.
Yes, exactly.
When you look at the Black Walnut Festival as a whole, and I did this one year when we were doing live remote, and I was just pulling people in.
Yeah.
Because there were so many people. It was on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I was just, hey, come here a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And I'd ask them where they were from, and, you'd be surprised how many people on Saturday that you can flag down, and they'll be from Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
Virginia,
Oh yeah.
North Carolina,
Yeah.
Maryland, and no association to the state of West Virginia, but they've always heard of this festival and they wanted to come.
Yeah.
And we're glad we came.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's the way it is.
Well, and Georgia's speaking nothing but the truth here. Cena and I, we help a buddy of ours manage a few Airbnbs in town here, and trying to get an Airbnb on Black Walnut weekend, good luck to you.
Yeah.
Because the only way you're going to get one is somebody must have last minute canceled. And there must have been there must have been some kind of emergency or natural disaster that they couldn't get here.
Yeah, but that happening is like slim and none.
Yeah, and I seen Slim leaving town earlier.
Exactly. Exactly. I was hoping you'd pick up on that.
Yeah, he was on the first bus out of here.
Exactly. But you won't be able to find somebody in the crowd that isn't from a distance.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that they've traveled to get here.
Yeah. Now the only place you could probably find a spot, and even then it'd be questionable that you wouldn't find somebody that didn't travel a distance, would be the parade goers on the bypass.
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Right.
And even then, that's a slim shot because there's people that crowd in on that traveled some distance.
Yeah. But yeah, there's people that come in here from everywhere for the Black Walnut Festival. I mean, it was like we were talking earlier. You have over 300,000 people.
Yeah. In Spencer.
I mean, the first time I ever heard that, I said, "Yeah, right."
Yeah.
And then they showed an aerial
Yeah.
during the parade.
Yeah.
They showed an aerial.
Yeah. You
Like, okay, that is possible.
Yeah. You're just like getting piggy with. There can't be that many people.
right. Exactly. But they had the aerial showed people like 6, 7 deep
Yeah.
on the sidewalk.
Yeah. And I have
People
been
standing out in the street.
Yeah. And I have been down here. Well, I'm not going to tell how long it's been because I start sounding a little old. But when I was in high school, Mrs. Janet Kirby on Black Walnut weekend, when they had the trailer park in front of the courthouse, we would do basically this live broadcasts from out in front of the courthouse. And the year I did it, it was Saturday morning of the parade.
Yeah.
And get here at, I think we started at like 6:30 that morning. We went live 6:30 that morning.
Right.
And to watch the people, like there was people that had been there for a while, and we got there, and like I said, we got there at 6:30.
There's already people milling around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, buying chairs, getting their places marked for the parade. And there was people that had probably been there Friday night at midnight sleeping in their lawn chairs to make sure that they had a prime spot for the parade Saturday.
My first Black Walnut Festival Saturday, when I first started working at the radio station, my first Black Walnut Festival Saturday, I told Larry that I'd meet him at 7 o'clock. And he said, "Can you do it at 6:30?" He said, "I'd like to be on the air at 7." I went, "Okay." I'm going,
Yeah, it's Spencer. What could possibly be going on that you got to be there an extra half hour early?
exactly, So I get down here, and there's people everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, there was people everywhere. It was 6:30 in the morning, and there was people
Yeah.
milling around,
Yeah.
going to get breakfast and
Yeah. sitting
sitting at the tables eating, and
Yeah.
it was like, okay, where have I been?
Yeah.
And I learned real quick in my career at WVRC that the Black Walnut Festival, like Getting Piggy said, Roane County and the state of West Virginia show up and show out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's like Cena's family when they'll come down from Work County on Black Walnut Saturday, and I preach at them. You got to get to the house before 10 o'clock, because if you can't get to our house before 10 o'clock,
You ain't coming.
no, you might as well just give it up. And it's funny. It's been a few years ago, but when Taylor's Floor was still here on the corner,
Yeah.
Dave McCutcheon and I, Dave and I run well together, because if one doesn't come up with a harebrained idea, the other one will. So we teamed up and come up with a harebrained idea to. There's the man of the hour right there.
That's it, buddy. We've been harping about him ever since we got started today.
I'm glad to hear that.
How you doing, Gil?
I'm all right.
Good to see you, buddy.
Say hello to you.
And folks, if you don't, Gil,
The man, the myth, the legend.
Come see us. Come see us.
as we have said, some of the best pit beef you'll ever felt or smelt.
Yes.
Guarantee it. I was even just saying there a while ago that I've got to get down there and get me a sandwich and get some
I
tires.
couldn't believe you hadn't been.
I've been running my mouth.
That's all right. That's all right.
But I will definitely be down there.
Well, I hope you guys will both stop there.
Oh,
You too, honey.
Yeah.
Come by.
there's no worries there. Trust me.
Appreciate that. All right. Thanks a lot.
Well, thank
I
you.
appreciate you making sure people know we're here.
Exactly. We've had the camera sitting on you ever since we set up.
Yeah. Now Gil's is kind of like a bar.
Gil-
Instead of a 2-drink minimum, it's a 2-sandwich minimum. Gil doesn't require that, but Gil.
Who?
Yeah. Well, I said a minimum. It's a 2-sandwich minimum. Yeah, minimum.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not his requirement. That's my personal goal. It's a 2-sandwich minimum if I'm going to stop.
You want dinner special?
No.
Turkey bacon Swiss with a garlic Parmesan ranch.
Oh, pull a headset up there, because there's no way I can remember all that.
Well, hello.
Well, we got Gil on live and in
There we go.
Well, it's great to be here. I just was saying we have a little special here that we always offer. It's a turkey bacon Swiss with a garlic Parmesan ranch. We always have pork loin, which is we cook daily, and always we have our beef. So if you'd like to come in and enjoy something really fresh, I hope you guys will stop by and see us.
Oh,
no worries.
I'm waiting for my phone to ding, going, "Hey, you need to get a sandwich." I'm waiting for the text from the missus to say, "Okay, exactly what to get."
Well, thank you guys again. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you letting people know we're here.
Oh, we thank you guys.
What year is this for you now, Gil?
I think it's about the 9th year we've
That's
been
what I
here.
thought. That's what I thought.
We never miss this. This is a great event for us.
And we're always glad when we hear
No, you
you're
don't.
rolling into town.
Well, I mean, it happened because originally the mayor found me and asked me to come over, and I got to tell you, he's just a great guy, and every year he makes sure I come here. We've actually added a couple other events that we come to during the year. We come here on the 4th of
Usually
July.
do the 4th of July.
Yeah. So we're always excited to come to Spencer.
I was gonna say, I think Gil's pretty much a staple at this point.
Exactly.
I think there'll be like pitchforks and fireballs if Gil's not here.
He'll be pushing a wheelchair.
That's what I've always told him. I said, you guys will have me here no matter what. I'll be here.
Yeah, there'll be a hitch on the back with just a little smoker on the back.
Exactly. Well, I mean, at least I'll still be collecting the money.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
one thing for sure.
But
Well,
we're glad that you're here. You know, like I always say, and I said it this morning on the air. I said, can't wait to get downtown. I got to go see Gil.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. I need some support.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Well, I saw you guys sitting here. I thought I'm going to go down and visit these guys,
But,
see how
you know,
they're doing.
his Tagger sauce. If you've never had his Tagger sauce,
I have not had I've had the barbecue right there. The barbecue sauce alone. Of course, now,
put a little barbecue sauce on it, but add the Tagger sauce.
really.
It is, well, see, I lived in Maryland for quite a while. The Tagger sauce is very popular
Okay.
in Baltimore
Okay.
Yes, it is.
with the pit beef.
Okay.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
you can't have one without the other.
Well, now I was gonna say now, Gil, now your meat, you know, I might be speaking sacrilegiously here, but your meat's good enough without sauce.
Oh, it is.
I have lots of people that come up and just do it with nothing on it. And just,
But
It's so
but-
juicy and tender.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know, it's kind of like a good cupcake. You know, cupcake is great, but you know, just a little icing on top just makes it even better. And that's kind of like the barbecue sauce. That's just a little icing on top that goes, boy howdy.
that's good.
Trust me. Put the Tagger sauce on top of the barbecue sauce and try it.
And thank you later.
One time and just, you know, thank me later.
Yeah.
Like you said.
We make a few different sauces. We make something called mumbo. It's a sweet and sour with a little kick to it. It has a little bite. And then we also do something called an aioli. It's a garlic Parmesan ranch. And on our turkey, people go crazy over it. It's just really good stuff.
So now, Gil, how late are you open tonight, sir?
We said we'd probably stay here till about 8:30.
Okay.
And see what happens.
There we go, folks. There's literally no reason why you can't come down and get round one of.
Yeah, you could always try one.
Yeah.
Exactly. A little beef today, a little pork tomorrow, and
A little turkey.
yeah, a little turkey. Yeah, it's all pretty good stuff.
Yeah, you got to strategize. And again, like I said, it's my personal goal. It's a 2-sandwich minimum.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hear you say minimum. That was my problem.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, we
you know,
appreciate that.
I can never make it through the Black Walnut Festival with just two. Two is not in the vocabulary.
Yeah, that's just the starters.
It is amazing how many people start to look familiar after a couple of days.
I remember the first time Gil come into town, I got to talking to him. And I said, "Are you from Maryland?" He said, "Yeah." How'd you know?
Yeah. I have my son-in-law working with us. He has the Ravens and the Orioles embroidered on his arm. So
But no, you know, because the minute that I tasted his pit beef,
You knew.
that's a Baltimore staple,
Yeah.
yes, it is. Yes, it is.
isn't it?
Listen, I went from Pittsburgh all the way down to Huntington, and no one knew what pit beef was, and that's how I got started.
Exactly.
Originally was the baseball coach over at Glenville State, and I thought, well, I think I'll leave that to a younger guy, and I'll start this business, and started it, and it's been a pleasure to do ever since. So.
Now, are you guys now just fully traveling, or do you have an establishment in Glenville?
Now we go to the people.
Okay.
That's where we go.
He takes it right to him.
I was in Elkins last week at the Forest Festival.
Okay, I was gonna say, I follow you on Facebook, and I know you guys are always traveling, but I didn't know if you had a stationary place.
No, we did originally. We originally had a spot, and then we went out one day and set up at a little farmer's market and did really well that day. And then we went like, this is way better than for us in a whole week.
Yeah.
So that's when we said, let's go this route.
But we're glad that we got him.
Yes.
And I'm glad to be here. I
I
want you
mean,
to know that.
like you said, 9th year. So
Yeah. Now I have to say, I have to strategically find the time to come over there because there is always a line. And it's not because the service is slow. I'm talking you guys sling meat like it's Chick-fil-A over there.
I mean,
But it's just that many people. There's just that many people trying to partake in such wonderful.
For us, it's to give you service. Nobody wants to get it in and get it out and get you going.
And you guys, like I said, you guys run like Chick-fil-A over there, just boom, 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 boom. So don't let the line scare you.
No, I mean, that line, I've been in that line to where it kind of wrapped over and then down like next to Macintosh.
Yeah.
And
It's still no time.
the thing of it is, less than 5 minutes, you're out.
Yeah.
We'll try to get you in and out. So.
Yeah, because I think I was in the line last year after the parade, and that's just glutton for punishment.
Exactly.
But
When that parade, we are thinking, here we go.
yeah, all hands on deck, fifth gear, and hold on.
It's fantastic.
Wide open.
Yeah, we do. We love it here, and I want to thank you guys again. Thank you for everything.
Exactly. But, I make my plugs for Gil every year.
Oh,
When, like, Wednesday morning, if I'm on the air,
Yeah.
I'm always plugging. If it's not, I'll be on Wednesday afternoon, and I'll
Yeah.
plug. I've done it from the first day that he ever came.
well, when I was talking to my parents, one of the questions always is Gil's going to be there, and my answer is he better be.
I said somebody gonna pay.
Yeah. There will be riots in the streets if Gil's is not here.
We would not miss it. I want you to know that. Well, fellas, I'm going to run.
All right.
It's great talking with you.
Well, Gil,
All
thank
right.
you, sir.
We'll see you several times before the weekend's done.
You boys come see me. I'll take care of it.
There we go. All right.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Hold on, George. I got to take this real quick.
Okay. But folks, I'll tell you about the music that is set up for the West Virginia Black Walnut Festival, the 69th annual. On Friday, we have got the Friday night gospel sing. It's usually on Saturday, but they changed it to Friday night this year. And that will be Friday, October the 13th.
Okay.
At 7 p.m. at Faith Baptist Church, 686 Arnoldsburg Road here in Spencer. Mike Upright and David and Sheila Bowen. Shame on you. He's great. And you need to take a listen to him on YouTube, and I guarantee you'll be a fan. And Sunday afternoon, they have the gospel sing in front of the courthouse in the grass. They're in the lawn of the courthouse. Bring your own chair. And from 1 until 5, they will have different groups performing during that time frame. And also, on the big stage, on Thursday, October the 12th, after the Queen's coronation at 6 p.m., at 7, the showtime is for the Boys in the Band. That is the Alabama Tribute Band. And if you haven't seen one of the flyers yet for the band, their lead singer is a dead ringer for Randy. So you got to take a look at that. And then on Saturday, October the 14th, the grandsons of country legends, the Statler brothers, Jack and Dave's Raid. So you need to come down and check in the music. There's a whole lot more music than that on tap for the week. But that's what we've got right here in front of us. We'll get that other list as get the availability of who all's going to be here in their time frames, and we'll get that out to you as well. But those are the biggies that you need to keep in mind, and come down and get you a seat plenty of time before the show, so that you can get you a good seat and enjoy the music. They'll have a lot of people that excuse me, they'll have a lot of people that is playing throughout the week. So just swing by and take a look at that. On Thursday, as Joe was saying, the pancake breakfast will be going on from 7 until 11 at St. John's United Methodist Church. And then from 8 to 9:30 is the Black Walnut Bake Off, and that is at Backwoods Ramblings. And from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. is the Agriculture 4-H and FFA exhibits, and that's down at the Spencer Middle School. And the art and photography show is at the Spencer Middle School, same time frame as well. And from 9 until 6 is the craft show at the Armory. Also, David Davis one-room school pictures is at the Armory as well. And the Quilt and Flower show is at the Armory from 9 until 6 as well. No, excuse me. The Quilt and Flower show is at the Heritage Park Community Building. And
Okay. I know.
we
Yes, sir.
just kind of going down through the list of things that's happening for tomorrow.
Well, and we have a special guest here as well.
Exactly. We've got the
Roane County Clerk here,
Yeah.
not live and in person.
who actually, is responsible for getting my broadcast on the air.
Yes, yes. I had to,
Yeah.
I had to call in some favors.
Yeah.
And I knew that this lady had some knowledge in the technology realm, so I figured she could
Well, she
help
works
out in an emergency.
She works for Sadie McDonald as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yes. So the Roane County Clerk, my lovely wife, Miss Cena McDonald.
Yes.
Live and in color here at the 69th Annual West Virginia Black Walnut Festival.
Exactly. And thank you so much for helping me
You're welcome.
figure out my little.
You had it.
I had it. I was there, but just wasn't quite there.
Yeah, George texted me. He goes, "I can't. It's throwing up this error." I said, "Well, let me remote in." Then when I seen it wasn't connecting, I was like, "Well, there's your." I texted her like, "Hey, you need to go on the internet first." And that's why I texted you. I said, "Hey, there's Linda. Hi, Linda." I was texting. I sent you a text like, "Hey, if you got time, check on George. He's halfway there, but not quite."
And by the time I came out here, he was doing just fine.
But the thing of it was, I never thought I actually put it up and then took it down.
So now, Cena, with all the festivities going on, in case anybody's wondering about the courthouse, is the courthouse closed tomorrow and Friday, or what's is the courthouse schedule adjusted any? What's going on at the courthouse during the festivities?
We will be open tomorrow from 8:30 to 4, and then Friday we will be open from 8:30 to noon, and we are closing down the courthouse at noon.
And that's for all the offices,
That's
correct?
for all the offices.
Okay, great.
Okay. But, we've not had the chance to congratulate you as being our new clerk.
Thank you.
And, since you were elected and, we've not been on the air together.
I know.
But,
It's been a busy time.
Exactly.
I'm trying to learn 5 jobs.
Exactly.
It's been a busy time.
I was in there with her in her office the other day with the mayor of Reedy.
Yeah.
And he had to get some paperwork taken care of, and she took care of him for it.
Yep.
But he,
I've seen him often.
That's what he said.
Yes.
he told me when we went in the courthouse, he said, I'm going in the clerk's office. Oh, going to Cena's office. Okay. But,
We're always happy to help.
Exactly. But you talk about a gentleman that is like on fire. He's making things happen in Reedy.
Well, that's good.
That's what we need.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And, I look for great things for Reedy here in the next little while.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's got all kinds of things in the works. He's worse than I am.
It's probably why he's in the position he is.
So, Cena, in your particular office, while you know a lot of people's going to be hitting Spencer this weekend, and you know mostly on Saturday when the courthouse is closed, but you know a lot of people, there's going to be a lot of traffic coming through tomorrow and Friday. While you guys are open, what can people do in your office that while they're in town, hey, I need to take care of this? What is this that they can take care of?
Not much in my office because more we record deeds and documents and paperwork, and most of the time that's done not so much in a quick time.
Okay.
That's something that you need to plan for.
Okay. Well, so now let's say on the election side of things,
They can come and register to vote
or update their voters
or
registration.
update.
Avoid the rush come January.
Yes.
So if anybody has never registered to vote or just want to make sure that their voters registration is up to date,
And current. And,
Yes.
You know.
Make sure you're active, because if you haven't voted for 2 general elections, then you are considered inactive. And you need to come and not really re-register, but make yourself active.
yeah, you get the switch flipped back on.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And I know that, and make sure you know where your polling place is.
Yes. That's a good thing to know. Now, there have been some precinct line changes and
From the state level.
from the state level, not from our office, but we're the ones who get to make
Explain
sure
all that.
everybody knows what they're doing. And that's been fun. But we have taken that on with stride and making sure everybody is set up properly and
Where they need to be.
where they need to be. The state has decided to use a GIS mapping and try to pinpoint everybody by their house. And
Good luck
we're-
with that.
we're in rural West Virginia.
Exactly.
And a map for them try to get a map, digital map, and pinpoint everybody has been hard. So we are working on those kinks.
Mm-hmm.
We get to get all those out before January, before
Yes,
before election season hits full on.
Yes, and we start with candidates, filing and getting everybody started. And
I told Drew here a while back, I said, it's been about a month or so ago. I said, the next election, I said, we'll have to get the county clerk on the air with us and do the election returns.
Yeah.
you think she knows what she's talking about?
Maybe. I would say 100%.
Well, thank you, thank you. That's what got me started was the election. So I absolutely love a good election.
Yeah.
Well, and now Rome County has new voting machines.
We do. We ended up with 50 new voting machines, plus an additional 22 counting machines, because we're actually going to have a ballot this time that it actually prints off and you get to hold it in your hand and take it over to the machine that counts the votes.
Oh, wow.
So that's something that's different for Rome County.
Huh.
I have already worked with those machines though, with Casto and Harris.
Right.
So I've worked 4 elections with those machines. So I know their quirks and
Yeah.
what they do and the little things.
So the new equipment's not going to scare her too much.
No.
Exactly. I
no.
mean, before you were elected as clerk through A&M Digital Technology,
Yes.
your all's company,
Yes.
you guys kind of do that throughout the state.
Yes.
With Casto and Harris, they're
Exactly.
the ones who got us started, which helped. Joe has been everywhere that Richard can send him.
Yeah. Richard.
Joe, can you go here? When? Well,
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Cena went to Fayette County, and that was kind of her place that she would go. And I think Richard just like spun the wheel of 55 counties in the state, and wherever it landed, that's where I wound up. I was in Nicholas County, then Boone County, then Mingo County,
I
and
remember that.
yeah, and then and then the next time around, he's like, "Hey, can you?" And then I finally wound up in Wayne County. I did 2 elections in Wayne County, and he's like, "Hey, can you do it again this previous election?" I was like, "No, Cena's in this one." I was like, "Richard, I like you, buddy, but Cena's a little higher priority."
Yeah.
I said, "I can make you mad. I can't make her mad. I gotta live with her."
Which in Fayette County, of course, they have these machines that we're discussing. So even if I had any issues and I can't get a hold of Richard, there's other people I can call.
That's it. That's it.
The clerks is a whole nice big family, and everybody's happy to be there.
All 55 of you.
Yes, all 55 with 20 new ones. So they're
wow.
busy in the Secretary of State's office.
Yeah, 20 new county clerks across the state.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. That's a lot of newbies.
But since you have taken office, how's the transition been?
It has been great, I believe. I'm learning little by little on each job that is in my office because each individual person has a different job in my office. So it's not like we just take money in or,
Right.
or just record deeds, or we take care of, recording documentation and
Estates and
doing the estates and payroll and accounts payable and voter registration. Plus the county clerk has their own jobs.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things that go along with it. One of them being the secretary for the Civil Service Commission.
Yeah.
So we have to keep all of them straight.
Well,
too.
they said before Charlie retired that he was also elevator repairman too.
Oh, Cena did
taken that
not
over?
take over that. No,
for some reason that line missed it on Cena's job.
I took out the maintenance. Yes.
So the hammer for the elevator retired with Charlie.
Exactly.
But yeah, I've heard all kinds of different stories when Charlie was in office. He was a jack of all trades and a master of none. But I was tickled to death when the election was done that night. I went, yes.
It was a good night.
Yeah.
It was a good night. Mm-hmm.
Because I really think that that's where you needed to be.
Well, thank you. I feel like I fit there. I feel like I'm meant to be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now-
Even though I had to leave Joe behind.
That's what I'm saying. He's lost without you.
He has expanded A&M, and he's done well since.
Yeah, she
since
thought
I
I'd
haven't been there.
let it go out in a puff of smoke in 2 weeks. So we had an agreement. I would bring the money in if she'd make sure all the bills were paid.
There
Yep.
you go.
So that works out.
She makes sure all the bills are paid and keeps the tax man happy. I'll take care of the rest.
That's it. That's it.
Because for some reason the tax men don't like good enough.
No. They don't take that for an answer.
No, they want that really down to the penny. And Joe don't do penny. I know.
Okay.
But
So I think she gave me the sign, Jordan. I think she's got other tasks to complete.
Yes.
yeah.
And
But we've got to get wrapped up anyway because
Yeah.
you guys are taking this up on the hill.
yeah, for the football game. So if you're just now joining us, the only other thing going on downtown this evening at 6 o'clock is the carnival. And we'll be
Kick
going,
off at 6.
and we'll be back online here in a couple hours for the future Raider Bowl. Walnut Middle School takes on Spencer Middle School live at County Stadium.
Yep. And, that's always a great game.
Oh,
I
it
mean,
is.
no matter who wins.
Yeah.
I mean, but, like Andrew always says, they're all winners.
Yeah, Roane County wins.
Roane County wins. So,
Well, Cena, thank you for jumping in this last minute. Oh, by the way, hey, you got a second? Come over here.
You're welcome. That's what happens when I'm
and-
married to you.
and thank you for the coming. I heard her voice before I saw her. She hollered at me, and I went, "Oh boy!" Joe called in the big gun.
Here to save the day. Right?
Did she have her cape on?
No, but she should have. At that point, I was sweating bullets.
It's all right. It worked out okay.
But yeah, I mean, when she got here, seriously, I had it, but
Yep.
I
Just
wasn't quite there. But
Few more clicks.
Yeah.
It worked out.
but like I said, I've never done the computer side. Okay.
But we
If I
got
mess this up, Joe's gonna kill me.
Nah, he wouldn't kill you. Teach you a good lesson, right?
Yeah, yeah. My vocabulary might get short and very adult very quickly, but
Exactly.
but that's okay because we would be live. So
Exactly. But Cena, thanks for stopping by, and
Well,
thank you.
thanks for having me.
For letting me have Joe the rest of the afternoon too. So
Well, good luck.
that was fun. And then him and Matt and John Penna is gonna go up on the hill and do the football game, I guess.
yep. Let's see what happens.
Deal. And then we will be live back down here tomorrow morning, I believe, at 8.
Yeah, it looks like first interviews at 8 o'clock with Backwood Ramblings.
Yeah.
Ooh, they get up early anyway.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they're already gonna have a couple hours under their belt by the time they get over here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Have a
I
few-
wish they were open when I come through in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You
Yep,
know.
they're open early.
Well, I come through at 4:30.
Oh, they're not
Quarter
open
till
that
5.
early.
They're not open to the public, but I guarantee they're in there.
or
Yeah.
or getting close to.
Yeah.
Go tap on the door.
Hey, 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 call me.
Slider doesn't the door.
Give me a straw.
Yeah. You heading out?
Yes,
All right.
All right.
Thanks for hopping on.
you're welcome.
Made it more interesting.
Exactly.
Ever did it now?
Well, I don't know so much people can hear George and I ramble.
Exactly. they probably say, "Oh, that's a nice voice."
Yeah. Yep. That'll work. See ya. Well, George, I hate to leave good company, sir.
I think we just break her down and
And call it an evening.
call it a day. And
Do it all again tomorrow.
yep, back up and try it again.
Well, that sounds like a plan. Well, folks, thank you all for joining us, and we'll be back here in a little bit, broadcasting live at County Stadium for the future Raider Bowl, where Walton Middle School takes on Spencer Middle School, and in the Black Walnut Bowl, future Raider Bowl, however you want to call it.
And I guarantee you, Roane
County's
County's
gonna
will win.
That's right. So everybody, thank you all, and have a good evening, and come on down and get you some food and partake in the festival. We're here, we're live and wide open.
Exactly. We'll be here all weekend. And once again, Joe, it's always fun when we get on the air.
That's
together.
right.